Cooking chicken, rainy day chicken. Such a beautiful rainy day for chicken. Bodybuilding's gonna work out. Always can go to singing. I would become a famous singer, but I just don't want to be that famous.
Yeah, feel you.
What is up, people? We are currently on our way to the Dragon's Lair. As you can see, it's kind of shitty weather, so
The exposure is bright as shit, so nobody.
well, you can't see, but it is shitty weather. So, as always, you know, we got the Suicide Boys running. You know, that's the only way we rock out here. So, on our way, it's gonna be a pull day. Probably pretty much the same movements that I have been doing. We've probably swapped like one or two. Honestly, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So we've both made a lot of progress on this split and these specific exercises. So we're gonna be just mobbing those. So we got Dennis here. Dennis is always good vibes. Today I'll break it down a little more, talk about kind of what we're looking for. Excited to get after it. Then after that, who knows? Food's going up. Probably gonna get my food bumped again this week. New subs came yesterday, so started new subs, and yeah, we're just getting yoked. It's time to get even bigger. Right now I'm like 251, trying to just either get a little tighter at 251 or maybe I keep growing. If I could be like a good 255, 260 at 5'11", I'd be pretty happy with that. So yeah, we're gonna go get after it, and this should be a banger. I need to stretch my bicep, my left one, my bicep, and then my right elbow's been bugging me really bad.
You guys have a good one yesterday?
Yeah, it was a good one. Except, like I said, my elbow was bugging me really bad in the beginning. I think it's because we're hitting arms so hard and so frequently. I'm wondering if I'm training my arms too hard.
What do you mean?
Because they're just bugging me. They're not like I never have arm pain or I'm a vagina. Look at his arms though. And look at my little fucking pea shooters. Today we're doing the prime row. Typically we do bent over, what is that? Not landmine. I don't even know what to call them. Landmine row? No, they're called something different. I can't think of what it's called. So that's what I normally do. You've seen it before. Today, prime rows, because been occupied by Dr. Mike. So we're getting after this. This is our heavy working set. We're doing 4 plates. I actually like this row a lot. You can really set yourself up. Really targeting the thickness through here, just that lat thickness, overall back development. So we're gonna get after this. This is our working set. Nick's about to get it.
Yep. Oh shit. Let's go.
How y'all doing?
Yep. 2. One more.
How's your arm, sir?
It's not bugging me right now, so good. Hopefully I can keep it out of my biceps and then into my back. We're gonna do a few warm-up sets on this, hop into working. Right now, through this training block, I've really been trying to, you know, use less teres and more lat. I have super overdeveloped teres. It's like your muscle up here. Luckily, I have Nick here to tell me if I'm incorrectly training, so that's good. It's going for me.
Yep. Come on. Squeeze that bitch. Yeah, quarter. I guess.
Back day staple. We got Big D back. Missed him.
Top knee.
Top D.
How many reps?
At least 12. It's more like, since everything's to failure, it's like minimum this.
Still kicking those elbows.
Oh, I like this machine.
Just do a pull down.
Yeah. Do 1 rep. So anyway, it's a heavy ass machine. It's very similar to the Humbler machine. We always do some fuckery on this machine. Last week, we did a double drop set, so it was like 39 consecutive reps. So we're only doing 1 drop set this week, but it's still one of those. It's like makes you gag just thinking about it.
Yeah. Make you like think about it twice. But have to.
This is our main set, not movement, but main set. Gonna do a drop set. We're just doing each side individually. Your back is a larger muscle. It's a lot more taxing, especially when you're hitting like these 30 rep ranges. So we're just doing one side at a time, taking a breath.
Good shit, Brock. Come on.
Almost done with back. We got what, 2 exercises?
Rear delts and then biceps.
Trying to get my arms bigger. It's a losing battle.
These newer.
Yeah, steel rows, they're newer. Hey,
Thick ass fucking traps.
you're gonna call him Trap Daddy.
Trap king.
Trap King. Little sticks bricks with these little twigs of arms. To the end of the workout after I drink all my water, every burp is a risk. I'm a puke. Last like posterior exercise, and then we're gonna do a couple bicep movements, then we're done. Gonna go home, do 20 minutes of cardio, but that's pretty much it.
Scaring me up with the 215.
Just lateral, bro.
Come on, bro.
Like, I don't know where to start cleaning up. Sometimes I want to look.
All right, that concludes our workout. We go on a lot of tangents and talk a lot of shit, and like one of the things that we were talking about is just training environment. Dennis has a homeboy that he's coaching that is like 16 weeks out, peeling off at the gym. Dennis is like, why are you doing that shit? You know, like you're in the gym he trains at, there's a lot of like meat riders, if you will. So they're just hyping the kid up, telling him everything he wants to hear. And I told them, I was like, that's why I moved from Utah. That was one of my main reasons. It wasn't even, a lot of people were like, oh, did you move because of sponsors? Did you move because of this? Honestly, a big reason why I moved was because I was getting a false sense of where I was at. Every day I'd go to the gym. Every day people would tell me I was a god. Every day people would be like, you look so amazing, you know, and it creates like this false sense of hype. And I appreciated like the compliments, like it meant a lot, but you know, I don't ever want to feel like I'm at the top. I always want to feel like I'm still climbing the mountain, still chasing people in front of me. So when I moved out here in February. I was on prep for April. I don't think I started taking my hoodie off and like looking at myself until I was like 2 weeks out. And the only reason I did that was I had Taylor come out here. Outside of that, I stayed covered. I didn't want anybody to like see what I look like. And honestly, I think being in an environment that's constantly pushing you, that does make you feel like that. Like there's positives and negatives. Obviously, you know, a lot of people respond well to like positive affirmations, you know, like receiving praise and being told how amazing they are. That doesn't always work for people. Me personally, like I draw a lot of my motivation and a lot of my why from a darker place, you know, like pull a lot of the shit. Like I think back on when I was first getting into this and I was out of shape and I had a lot of doubters and a lot of people didn't like me. And well, not that they didn't like me, but they didn't support bodybuilding. So I think, like I was saying, I think it depends on what avenue you kind of pull from. But for me, I don't think it's very advantageous to just have a bunch of yes men around you. You know, I can't remember one of the songs that I listen to. It's like, I can't think of the song, but I listen to it frequently and it's on the tip of my tongue. But he talks about how he'd rather have friends around him trying to check him, like keep him in balance. And I think that's super important, you know, to have people around you that are lifting you up and keeping you in check and
It's
keeping you grounded.
People that fucking support, but
Yeah.
not to just kiss your ass.
Yeah, like I have overwhelming support. Like Nick and Dennis want me, and obviously my wife, Taylor, and all of the people around me want me to be successful more than any other group of people. But at the same time, like Nick is the realest person I've ever met. Like, he never tells me what I want to hear. He tells me what I need to hear. And yeah, sometimes it sucks, but it's essential for growth. Like, I always tell him, you know, my arms are so shitty. And he goes, yeah, but they're less shitty than last month, you know? And I'm like, he's got a point. So yeah, I mean, I think it's important to definitely be aware of your environment. If you're constantly going to an environment and it's just warm and fuzzies all the time, like, maybe that's not the best environment you want to be to grow in. There's a lot of like yes men out there, especially in a small town, and you're a pro or you're an up and comer. You might be getting a little false sense of reality, even if you've accomplished things. You know, it's a long ways to the top, and
There's still always bigger fish out there.
yeah, there's sharks out there right now. You know, like, you're just a guppy. I'm just a guppy. I'm a little tadpole, you know, swimming around. But I gotta take this, fools. All right, sorry. Had a homie calling me, and you know, you just gotta pick up for your homies. Life lesson for all of you.
Be there for your homies.
Be there for your homies. If you see a call, don't just be like, I'll take it later. Or if you ever feel like
You should call.
like you should call, do that. Because, you know, a lot of you guys know this, obviously. Back in June when Clyde passed away, I felt like I should reach out and call him that day, and then I didn't for whatever reason. And then that night his cousin called me and let me know he passed. So anyway, so now every time a homie calls me or whenever I see a call come in, I always take it. So anyway, back on what I was saying, you just want to be in an environment that wants you to succeed, but you also want an honest environment. You don't want to just hear like bullshit all the time, because then it becomes less sincere. You know, Ariel and Nick are two people that I very much respect and hold to a very high like standard, and both of them are very rare to give out compliments, but you know, if you got one, then it's legit. So and those are the type of people you want in your corner. You want people that aren't just going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you need to hear. So super blessed that I'm in this environment and excited for what the future holds. So now we are almost home. I'm gonna go in, hit cardio. I got 20 minutes, that's it. Lowest my cardio's been since 2021. So from 2021 until January 2024, I did no less than 40 minutes of cardio daily. So let that soak in next time you guys bitch about how little cardio or how much cardio you have to do. And I've done as much as 2 hours. Good times, but kind of went on a couple tangents. It's kind of a little bit all over the place.
I fuck with the tangents.
But yeah, tangents are good. That's where my brain is, you know. Anybody that knows me well knows that I'm a very much like tangent, spacey person. Like, I go on tangents, or I let my intrusive thoughts win a lot of the time. I'm gonna try to get this in a very short amount of time, but I just want to get it off my chest, because a lot of you guys are my Utah listeners, and I'm just letting you know there are snakes in the industry. There are snakes in your garden in Utah.
That's facts.
I'm not gonna go shout out names, but you can make some assumptions, and if you ask me, I'll be straight with you. But there's some pieces of shit out there who take advantage of people, who don't have any business coaching, who will act like your best friend, who will sell you a facade. If someone's trying to just tell you how great you are, tell you you're gonna be amazing, want to be your best friend as a coach, those are all red flags. You know, my coach, like I've said, when I first came on, he's like, bro, you look like shit. You have so much room for improvement. And that was the best thing he ever did. And I had already won 2 overalls. So I'm just letting you guys know, have your blinders on. Don't just go to the dude that just hypes you up and tells you how amazing you are. Don't go to a guy just because he's an Olympian. You know, there's so many of you guys going to dumbass coaches.
Don't pull in
that I'm just like, you are wasting your money. You're wasting your time. Go to someone who believes in you, who's real with you. Do some research before you just take on any piece of shit, because there are some pieces of shit. One of them, oh, dude, I just want to out him so bad, but I'm just such a good Christian that I'm just not going to do it. Bro, I literally, like, it is my inner battle every day. I just want to get on and just out this guy. But he, like, takes advantage of women. He's taken advantage of a couple of my good friends. So just have your alertness on, and just know that just because someone looks good on social media, they might be a phony ass piece of shit.
Yeah, like 20 seconds.
So anyway, thank you guys for subscribing. Go like, share, comment. Let me know what you want to see. Hopefully I dropped a little bit of knowledge, but appreciate you guys. As always, peace out. bitches.